I've spent the majority of my adult life dreading daily chores. Dishes, laundry, vacuuming, just generally keeping a tidy home. As an overachieving, goal-oriented human, I just can't take the perpetual to-do list that's constantly hovering over me. Or at least that's the story I told myself. And then one day I woke up and said, this is exhausting. This need to do, to always be overworking with the false notion that once I complete my list, then I can rest. The list is never going to end. My business will continue to heavily require love, care, and attention in the way of tasks, and my house will certainly never stop needing my efforts. No matter how many times or how well I clean the kitchen, I'm gonna have to do it again tomorrow. So instead of plowing through the next decade, waiting for things to get easier and less busy, I decided I'm ready for the good life now. How does one do that? How does one transform from always looking forward to being present and savoring? Mindset. So I am someone who dreads laundry. I've always dreaded laundry. I lived in New York City for 8 years and had to walk my laundry to a laundromat. And then now here, obviously it's really nice that we have a washer dryer in our house, but it's down in the basement and it's really hard to get down there with the baby. And we have so much laundry that needs to be done constantly between her clothes, towels, sheets, our clothes. I'm basically doing a load of laundry every single day. So I have been trying to figure out a way to make laundry a little bit more enjoyable. The solution that I've come up with is to hang a laundry line, which Carson is helping me do right now. Now, why would I take something that I actively dread and figure out a way to make it take even longer? It's a good question. I'm hopeful that while this does make it take longer, it will make it feel like a more enjoyable process. I just feel like it's a nice way to get us outside, romanticize the experience of laundry a little bit more. I really have visions of us just having so much fun out here in the front yard together this summer, and I hear it's better for your clothes, so that's a bonus as well. I'm hopeful that this is a way that I can change my outlook on laundry, but we'll see. And you know what? If I end up hating it and never doing it, I still have a dryer. So there's that. But this is just a little experiment, romanticizing our daily chores. For a long time, my autopilot was rise and grind. Wake up and get after it. I had what maybe seemed like a calm morning routine, but if I'm actually honest with myself, it was just another checklist, feeding into my type A personality. From the moment that my alarm went off, it's teeth brushing, then face washing, the mobility routine, meditating, water with lemon, breakfast, shoes on, out the door, go, go, go. It was very regimented. And I think it can be easy to fall into this trap of aggressively accomplishing to-dos with an even tighter grip, especially once you have kids. Something as small as your child insisting that they be the one to put their shoes on, which of course is going to take a little bit longer and may put you slightly behind on your day, sends some parents into an absolute spiral. But if you're open to it, I think this is one of the most beautiful parts about becoming a parent, is learning patience and really embracing a slower pace. Everyone's situation is obviously different, and some people truly are under a time pressure, but I know for me, on the mornings where I'm feeling like a slave to the clock and I'm really feeling the pressure to get work started, my shoulders immediately go up. I can feel my body becoming dysregulated, and in the chaos of trying to get her bottles and her snacks together for the day and trying to get her dressed and ready to leave, I completely miss out on an opportunity to connect with her. And as a result, I may have saved myself 5 minutes, but I'm showing up to work as an agitated, frenzied version of myself. I've just found such beauty and fulfillment in living a slower paced lifestyle, both with and for my daughter, without having to sacrifice my work. In fact, my work and creativity are far better for it. Not having a dishwasher is tough. And especially on days when I'm working, the dishes will really pile up. But they are a part of life, and after years of dreading them, I have just really been trying to embrace them as a daily ritual. I like to think of doing the dishes as me tending to my home and taking care of my things. As simple as that sounds, there's great value to that. It's tough because the more you cook, the more you have to clean. But we just value nourishment so deeply, and we really enjoy cooking together and eating our homemade meals together. Both Carson and I really enjoy getting food from our farmer's market or from a CSA and eating seasonally and eating foods that are local to us. We both just love feeling connected to our food in this way, and I think we really want that to be a central pillar in our daughter's childhood and how we're raising her, for her to feel connected to the food that she's consuming. So we don't order as much, and that means more dishes. Will I be excited to have a dishwasher someday? Absolutely. Am I going to let the lack mindset of, oh, poor me, I don't have a dishwasher, take over my life? I did for a long time, and all it did was make me less happy. My life is beautiful right now, and that's all there is to it. While I no longer have a strict morning or evening routine, there's a nice simple rhythm to our days. Even if the workday gets crazy itself, I know I can rely on my family time to reground me. I'm always up an hour or two before Carson and Murphy because I love to work first thing in the morning, but once Murphy starts stirring, we breastfeed in bed and just have a little family snuggle together. It's the cutest thing ever. Honestly, it's my favorite part of the day. I can't think of the last time I didn't rush into my day after my alarm clock went off. Maybe when I was 4 years old. It's so refreshing, honestly, to just relax and giggle together for a few minutes. And then when it's time, I walk my daughter straight outside every single morning. And it's not a whole to-do. We're not bundling up and going for an hour-long walk. In fact, I find the process of getting a baby dressed for the cold to be pretty overwhelming and quite honestly, the last thing I want to be doing right when we wake up. So we just go out in our jammies, which usually means we're out for just 90 seconds because it's been winter in New York, but I want the light on our eyes, the fresh air on our skin. It literally makes her giddy. She'll actually start kicking her legs in excitement as we're approaching the door because she knows what's coming. And then no scarfing food down or grabbing a granola bar to go. We sit down and have breakfast as a family. And then our evenings are very go with the flow. There's no schedule. Our phones are on airplane mode after 5 p.m. and we get into low lighting mode to prep our systems for sleep. But Murphy goes to bed at a different time every night. She's usually falling asleep in a carrier on my chest as I'm tidying up the house because honestly, that is just what has been the easiest for all of us as a family, and I'm all about that. I hope you can feel inspired to loosen the grip a little, to get curious about the moments in your day when you feel rushed or agitated, like when your toddler wants to get themselves into the car without assistance, when your server is taking a long time to bring the menus to the table, or when you're cursing traffic for making you a little late, where you're checking things off and hurrying from one thing to the next rather than simply living. Because you may find that it's actually okay, that all the unwanted stress and annoyance isn't serving you and isn't going to get you where you're trying to go faster. With a simple mindset shift, you may even start to enjoy being 5 minutes late.